constituency, West Pokot South, isn't it? And that's where I was born. And I will help you form cooperatives in that particular region. I will sensitize the people there so that they are able to form cooperative. You have talked of Hustler Fund. Honorable members, I don't want to talk much about Hustler Fund. I've clearly committed myself that as I go to the ministry, I will look at the various issues, because a fund like that losing 12 billion in a short period, and this public money is an issue that as citizens of this country, we should get worried of. The idea is good, but the problem was the way that it was implemented. So the last question that I was asked is about constituency industrial development centers. At the moment, I think there was an attempt to have all these industrial centers in every constituency. At the moment, there are about 200 of them that are completed. These centers were meant to accommodate these small businesses, small and medium businesses, so that shared facilities are put in those centers. And people are, the Chuakalis are able to come there and use these common facilities. Because buying sometimes equipment for use, individual, SME, is expensive. And that's why those industrial centers were built, that equipment could be put there, and the SMEs around would come there and share those particular equipment, which was a very good idea. And this started a long time ago, Mr. Chairman, when I was still member of parliament for Butere constituency, and unfortunately, even up to now, some of them has not been operationalized. And if this was used, obviously, this will create a lot of employment. If the government is able to give equipment and the people can come there and share this particular equipment. That was the essence of constituency industrial development centers.
The COG question.
The COG that people worked for 3 months, was that in my county or that was countrywide? Because what I know, I cannot say what was happening in other counties. Because health is devolved, the nurses work for a particular county. Within my own county, the nurses that time, they went on strike. And I met the union members. I asked them why they were going on strike. They said they were going on strike because they were sympathizing with their colleagues who are suffering somewhere in Kirinyaga. But I told them, heaven's sake, you are working for Kakamega County. Why do you sympathize with someone in Kirinyaga? So what I did, I went to court, and court told them to resume work because the excuse was not relevant for Kakamega County. So they never resumed work for 3 months. So I decided that I would not pay them because they were told to resume work and they never worked. So why would I have paid them? And they had not paid. They had not worked. So that's why up to now, by the time I was leaving the office, I had not paid them.
Point of order, Chair. It's about the constituency industrial. What you said, that is the status as it is. My question was, how is he going to, what effort is he going to make to revive them to meet that purpose that they were meant to serve? Thank you, Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, unfortunately, this was just a shared service. these constituent industrial centers are under the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry. So that is the lead ministry. They are the owners. So we were just going in to get the share, to use them at the site. But for implementation, for allocation of resources, that is the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry. So I cannot clearly answer that question.
Amisi, Mukami, Mishi, and Shuria, will take those four in that order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also want to state that the nominee before us is well known to me as my former deputy party leader, very close friend coming from my region, and I have a very long relationship with him, but that one will not conflict my fair decision in this committee against his candidature. Just like Honorable Junet, we find ourselves in a situation whereby, in fact, for a while I thought we were in Azimio PG because we are always together, but now he's on the opposite side. We've been against this hustlers fund, the people who have believed, and you know what we have believed in for a long time. Well, some of us have a history of going through a lot. We have saved, some of our lives have been saved by media, personalities on the street. So we believed so inherently in values and some principles that pertains governance of our country, resource, and also the offices that we occupy. From where I sit, we are in a capitalist nation, where the bourgeoisie, the ruling class, controls the factors of production, and the low class, the proletariat, you know, they're the workers, who now we are referring to as the hustlers. This is a system that has existed world over, historically. And the way you have solved the issues of the proletariat is not the way the hustler fund is want to solve it. Because we are solving the issue of proletariat by developing what is called social assistance to those who are unable to live the rest of the class. So that the bourgeoisie controls the economy, but the social class that is below, that is struggling, is done social assistance.
Amisi, you are making a speech. Ask a question.
It's a very pertinent area because it affects the majority of the Kenyans. So I want people to understand it, yeah? So I will think that the hustler fund can be transmitted into a social assistant rather than be used in terms of micro and small enterprise. Because when you come together as cooperatives, you are trying to come to the same level as bourgeoisies. You are combining forces. So is this some of the areas you think that when you get to the office, you are able to change? In some cases, you may not agree with the boss. And when you don't agree with the boss in that aspect of the things that we believed in as on our side as Azimio, that this needs to change. If you change, I think the system do not want to change. How will you survive in such a circumstances? Thank you.
Rahab.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. To the nominee, my concern is the coffee sheriff fund. The government has allocated about 6.7 billion to support the coffee farmers. Through the New Kenya Planters Cooperative Union, this initiative has encountered challenges such as low uptake farmers and limited funding releases. What strategies will you implement to enhance the effectiveness of this fund and ensure it is successful rollout to help the coffee farmers? Because majority don't understand, they don't even know how to go about it. The other question is about the new KCC. The new KCC is collapsing because of the poor management. And the government has been pumping a lot of money in Dadola, Nyandarua, Eldoret, Nyeri Kiganjo, but still the company is not able to sustain itself. still, the other small dairy farmers, they are able to pay their farmers in time, but KCC, they normally take about 120 days for the farmers to get their money. What are you going to do? Thank you.
Ms. Shimbogo.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. Honorable Chairman, the nominee used to be my deputy party leader in the ODM, but today I'm here in the appointment committee and I'm being governed by the procedure and rules. My question will be on the succession plan in terms of cooperative movement. I know this has been marred by several challenges, be it governance, management, and so many other issues. I don't know what will be your plan to ensure at least succession plan can be smoothly, noting that you are sharing function between two levels of government, that is the county and the national government. My second question, Chairman, there have been some fraudulent financial organization coming up, like the pyramid, in different ways. And Kenyans are lured, they give a lot of money to deposit, thinking that they're going, they call so many words. Either they say you put a seed, then you'll harvest, I don't know what, in so many ways. What do you think you can propose in terms of legal framework or other mechanism which you're going to put in place so that you safeguard Kenyans from losing a lot of money from such fraudulent activities? The last one.